Hi everyone, I'm Taki. Welcome back to my channel. A while ago, I took a trip from Shinosaka all the way to Kinugawa Onsen, a hot spring town in Tochigi, prefecture known for its beautiful river views and also its abandoned hotels. To get there, I rode the Shinkansen from Osaka to Tokyo, then transferred to the Tobu Railway. It was a long journey across Japan, but totally worth it. In this video, I'll show you what I discovered along the way. Let's get started. It's been about 10 years since I last came to Tokyo. The last time was when I was a kid. There are so many kinds of trains here, and the rail network is incredibly complex. I have to admit it's a bit confusing, but also really fascinating to see. From Kitasenju Station, I took the Tobu Limited Express Kigen to Kinugawa Onsen. The train was a bit old, but comfortable and relaxing for the long ride. When I arrived at Kinugawa Onsen Station, to my surprise, there were a lot of tourists, both Japanese and foreign visitors. On the next platform, I noticed a beautiful blue retro train. It turned out to be a steam locomotive, the Tobu Railway's SL Taiju. The sound of it puffing, shush and the powerful smoke coming out was so cool to see up close. Kinugawa Onsen Station itself looked clean and quite new, which really surprised me. But around the station, it was pretty quiet, not many people walking around. It really felt like a small countryside station, calm and peaceful rather than lively or crowded. The town of Kinugawa Onsen felt quiet and peaceful, but also a bit worn out, like it had seen better days. Along the river, there were many large hotels lined up, some still open, others clearly abandoned. Walking further north along the river, I came across one of the most famous abandoned hotels in Kinugawa, the Kinugawa Kenko Hotel East Building. It's massive, towering over the river, with dozens of broken windows and a faded sign. That's barely readable now. The hotel apparently went out of business and closed down in 2008 due to financial troubles. Since then, the place has been left to decay, the walls are rusty, the glass is shattered, and graffiti covers parts of the building. Just a short walk from the Kinugawa Kenko Hotel East Building, across a narrow road, stands another abandoned spot, the Kinugawa-kan Main Hotel. It shut down back in 1999, and the building has severely deteriorated over the years. The entire structure is rusted, and its dark, towering appearance gives off a really intimidating vibe. Standing in front of it, you can almost feel the weight of time pressing down on the place. The Hoshinoya Hotel closed down in 2010. Although the building shows some signs of aging, there doesn't seem to be any major damage. It's surprisingly well preserved. Walking further north, I reached Takamabashi, a narrow suspension bridge that gently sways as you cross. From here, you get a perfect panoramic view of the abandoned hotel district. Looking out from the bridge, the scene was striking. Rows of massive grey buildings standing silently along the valley. Their faded colors and stillness created a powerful, almost haunting atmosphere that really captures the feeling of Kinugawa's forgotten past. So, why are there so many abandoned hotels in Kinugawa Onsen? There are several reasons behind it, both economic and structural. Many of these hotels were built during Japan's economic bubble in the 1980s, when group tours were extremely popular. But after the bubble burst, the number of large group travelers sharply declined, and the market shifted towards smaller, individual trips. These massive hotels couldn't adapt to the change and eventually went bankrupt. Then, in 2003, the collapse of Ashikaga Bank, one of the region's major financial institutions, made things even worse. Funding dried up, and many local facilities gave up on rebuilding. Some hotels were also damaged by natural disasters, such as the heavy rains that hit eastern Japan in 2015, forcing them to shut down completely. As for why these ruins still remain, it mainly comes down to money and safety. Demolishing one of these huge buildings can cost hundreds of millions of yen, sometimes even billions, and most owners simply can't afford it. On top of that, the ownership of many properties is legally complicated or unknown because the companies that ran them went bankrupt years ago. And since many of these hotels were built on steep cliffs along the Kinugawa River, demolition work itself would be extremely dangerous and difficult. So, if you ever visit Kinugawa Onsen, please remember, admire these buildings only from the outside. The interiors are unstable and full of hazards like asbestos, and most of these sites are on private property. Entering without permission could get you arrested, so always keep a safe distance and enjoy them responsibly. For this trip, I stayed at Hotel Sunshine Kinugawa, a fairly large ryokan located in the southern part of the town. And just to be clear, this one isn't abandoned. Unlike the northern area, where most of the ruins are, the southern side of Kinugawa Onsen and the area around the station actually have many hotels and ryokans still in business. Even though it was a weekday, there were quite a lot of guests staying, from students on school trips to foreign tourists visiting the hot springs. It was nice to see that this part of Kinugawa is still lively and welcoming. The room I stayed in was a traditional Japanese-style room, with tatami mats and sliding doors, nothing too fancy, but very comfortable and exactly what you'd expect from a classic ryokan. The next morning, I opened the curtains and could see the town of Kinugawa Onsen spread out below. The view from the hotel was beautiful, quiet, a bit nostalgic, and the perfect way to start the day. On the second day of my trip, I visited Tobu World Square, which is just one station away from Kinugawa Onsen. It's a unique theme park that features miniature replicas of famous landmarks from all around the world, all built with incredible detail and craftsmanship. Every model is perfectly recreated, down to the smallest features, and many of them even have moving trains and airplanes that bring the tiny cities to life. Walking through the park really felt like traveling around the world in just one afternoon. It's not only a place for kids, adults can also appreciate how beautifully everything is designed and maintained. The park is divided into different regions, each representing a part of the world. In the Japan area, you can see landmarks like the Tokyo Skytree, Tokyo Station, and Narita Airport, all recreated with impressive accuracy. You can even spot tiny Shinkansen trains running on miniature tracks. Then there's the America area, featuring the Statue of Liberty and the skyline of New York City, complete with skyscrapers and yellow taxis. In the Africa zone, you'll find the pyramids of Giza standing tall under the desert sun. The Europe section showcases some of the world's most iconic monuments, like the Eiffel Tower and Big Ben in London, both crafted with stunning precision. And in the Asia area, I was amazed by the beautiful miniatures of the Blue Mosque in Istanbul's Imam Square, Angkor Wat in Cambodia, and the Forbidden City in Beijing. Each of them captured the unique architecture and atmosphere of its country. By the time I left, I really felt like I'd been on a world tour, all without leaving Tochigi Prefecture. It's definitely a must-visit spot if you come to Kinugawa. For the trip back, I took the Spacia X train all the way to Tokyo. It's a brand new, super sleek express train, stylish, quiet, and incredibly comfortable. Definitely one of the best ways to end a journey like this. Kinugawa Onsen may have a lot of abandoned hotels and a faded atmosphere, but that's exactly what made this trip so memorable. It really reminded me of how places, just like people, go through ups and downs over time. If you enjoyed this video, please hit a like and subscribe to the channel for more travel stories. And don't forget to leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.